What's up, everybody? We're getting a lot of questions about our training split, and so I wanted to go through it with you guys and describe why I do my training split. I've been doing the same training split for about 10 years, but before we get into that, introduce myself. I'm Ryan, the CEO and founder of Warrior Fuel.
I'm Jake, Coker Hands.
One of our athletes, and he's a trainer full-time.
Sammy Collier, Mr. Sammy C.
Mr. Sammy C.
Mr. Sammy C.
So real quick, we'll jump into this. I want to get straight to the point and talk to you guys exactly why I do my training split. I got this training split from a professional bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler. And the reason that he does it is the same reason I do it, is to separate the load on the nervous system. And having said that, I think that the nervous system is underutilized or underthought of in training, especially just bodybuilders, guys going to the gym and just trying to get as much as they can out of the gym, usually doing chest and arms and shoulders, rarely doing legs and back. But to have a completely all-around developed physique, you need to have a game plan. And so I want to make sure that I can separate my muscle groups and the load on my nervous system throughout the entire week. So I always hit the largest muscle group to me, which is the one that I want to improve the most, on Monday, which will always be back. I do that because I take Sundays off. And so I'm doing back on Mondays, and that's a heavy back day. That's all out, balls to the wall, crazy back day with a light emphasis on biceps. I want to just get the blood flowing after my entire back workout with some bis. On Mondays also I do some calf work and some forearm work. On Tuesdays I do chest. I'm taking from a pulling movement going into a pushing movement, so it's going to be a different load on my nervous system. In that I'm going to also be incorporating, with almost all chest movements, you're doing a lot of shoulder work and a lot of tricep work. So at the end of my chest workout, my all-out crazy chest workout, I'm going to incorporate triceps. My shoulders, I don't do anything specifically for them. They're getting taxed anyway due to my bench pressing, incline, and flat bench pressing. I then separate everything. I want 2 upper body movements, heavy upper body compound movements, now to legs. So I'm giving my nervous system a complete break. My upper body's taking a break. I don't do any upper body on Wednesday, and just straight legs. I jump into Thursday. Thursday is going to be a shoulder workout. I want to do shoulders on Thursday because I have my rear delts a little bit on my back, a little of my front delts on my chest. I took a day off, and it's all out shoulder workout. Then I bust out my arms on Fridays. Saturdays I leave it kind of there to, if I want to touch up movements, if I want to hit the gym, if I don't, if I want to go hunting or hiking or just not go to the gym at all. Sundays I always take off due to the fact, unless I missed a day during the week, I always take Sundays off because I want to have a huge rest day before I annihilate back again. So recap it: Mondays back day, Tuesdays chest day. So I do 2 upper body movements, a lower body movement, 2 upper body movements, and that's exactly how I do it. And the reason I do arms on Friday is because I hit them a little bit on Monday and Tuesday. They have a 2-day break. I'm hitting arms again. What about you guys?
So yeah, mine is going to be pretty similar to what Ryan's is. I do a little bit of a modified body split, but Monday through Friday, the emphasis is almost exactly the same as Ryan. I will touch on weaker points throughout the week, kind of like similar to what Ryan does. So for example, he does back, and then he'll train a little bit of calves and forearms. I do the same thing, but maybe I'll do some shoulder touch-ups. Maybe I'll do a little bit of arms. I do finish with triceps like Ryan does on Tuesday. But I'm just kind of, if I have a specific muscle group that I want to put more emphasis on, or I feel like I have a weak area, I will prioritize that more frequently within the week. And so maybe I may be hitting back, even if it's a light session, 2 or 3 times throughout the entire week. Although I'm going super hard on a Monday with my back workout, I'm going all out like Ryan said. Maybe I'll incorporate some pull-ups or some lighter rows, just kind of get the blood flowing and start sending that signal to the muscle more frequently throughout the week. But that's kind of how I go. I do agree with Ryan what he says about having a game plan as far as how you set up your training. I see a lot of people who will just go in and they just kind of throw in different exercises without putting any real thought into what they're putting any thought into the structure of their program and allowing certain muscles to recover and rest. So I do think that's an important point to make, is that you do need to have a game plan and be able to follow that in a way that's going to be advantageous for both hitting the muscle well enough and also giving yourself enough time to recover throughout the week.
So we all have weak body parts. Like mine are my arms. My triceps, they don't grow. And so times, like right now, I'm hitting my triceps 3 times a week just to get blood flowing. So I only do 1 or 2 exercises on my off days and just get the blood flowing. Sammy, what about you?
Okay, so my training splits, at least for mine, is going to be more unconventional than I think what most people do. Right off the bat from Ryan and Jake. So I train 7 days a week, and the reason I do that is just because, one, it works with the way that I split up my muscles throughout the week to where by the time I get back to the same muscle again, it's fully recovered for me, so I feel good training that way. Plus I just like being in the gym. So it's hard for me to go a day mentally without knowing that I'm in there. Second reason is because, just like these guys said, so they take their certain days off to do things, whether it's hunting or they're with family or take care of business. If something does come up, usually, and it's usually with my family, throughout the week, whether it's something with the kids or we have a family event planned for the weekend, then I can go ahead and take that one off day throughout the week whenever I need to, but still have the other 6 days where I know I hit it, so I don't end up having to take a day off or something unplanned, and then I end up missing 2 days because I had my planned day off already. So for what I do, it works out well. The way that I usually split my muscles up throughout the week is, so I'll hit one body part primarily a week. Sorry, not a week, but a day. So in a sense, Monday would be, if Monday is going to be chest day, it would be all chest day. So every muscle or every exercise I hit would be focused on the chest, and then I even split it up a little bit more in that sense to where, so this week I might do chest on Monday, but it'll be all upper chest exercises, to where next week when chest day comes around again, I'll focus all on the lower chest exercise. And I do that with every muscle part every day. So following day is going to be triceps. I'll focus all on the lower head of the tricep width. The next week when triceps come back around, I'll focus on a different head. Same with biceps, same with shoulders, split up front, side laterals, the rear delts. That's the way that I do it. Sundays, I usually dedicate completely to legs on Sundays. But I do split them up the same way to where I'll do quads, glutes, and hams separately. I like to do legs on Sundays because Sundays are less busy in the gyms, so it's easier to get on machines. It's easier to get on the turf on the functional training area, so I could do a little bit more freedom there. Calves and abs. So I'll throw in calves and abs twice a week, each one twice a week, but the way I'll add those in will be at the end of my workouts. I don't primarily have a set day for them. Usually it just depends on how time is going throughout that workout. So if I burn through my chest workout a little bit quicker and I've got about 15 minutes at the end, I'll throw in a calf session. Same with abs, I'll throw in an ab session. I'll incorporate 10 to 15 minutes of cardio every day after my training sessions as well. And
So a good, I used to do something similar to what Sammy did is I didn't do a Monday through Saturday thing or Monday through Friday thing. I did a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4.
Yeah.
And that kind of is good for me at this time of year because it's hunting season. And if I'm going to go up on the mountain tomorrow, that means I'm not going to work out. I'll be up there all day from dawn till dusk. And so instead of saying, okay, what am I doing on Friday? It's just day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And you can kind of take breaks, you can take, it doesn't matter when you take a break that day, as long as you start back up on, day 3 or, yeah. The only problem is you just don't want to get it too drawn out where you're taking too many breaks and then you're spending 6-7 days between working body parts. A lot of people don't understand that if you're supplementing right, you're eating right, you're drinking enough water, staying hydrated, you're going to recover within 2 days, 2 to 3 days tops. And that's if you're killing it, like absolutely annihilating it. If if you're just the average guy, it'll probably take you 2 to 3 days. You know, sometimes on legs, your third days you're sorest, but that's because you're not stretching them, you're not getting the proper antioxidants, nutrition there. But that's kind of the way we do it. It's 3 different styles. I've been doing mine for a long time. I still do the same split as far as from chest, back, shoulders, legs, arms. I still do the same split, but I will go like a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. So maybe, you know, I did back on Monday. Next Monday it might end up being shoulders because I missed 2 days hunting or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like you said with how it's the day 1, day 2, and you pick up where you left off. As like they'll see on a lot of videos we do, we train a lot together, you know, and so even though we have different splits and different training styles, that type of training enables us to where, you know, I can jump in a training session with you,
Yep.
and it doesn't have to be like, oh no, I can't work out with you guys because I have to do this day. I'll be able to do whatever you guys are doing. We can knock out a session, and then I can jump back into wherever I left off from before that. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think Ryan makes a good point about, I think it really depends on how much you are taxing your nervous system. And so, you know, it really, at the end of the day, depending on like whatever split you follow, I think it's just as important to really focus on what you're doing outside of the gym. If you're not sleeping a lot, if that's something that you really struggle with, if you're very stressed at your job, or just any level of stress outside of the gym, that's really going to compromise your recovery. And so doing things like getting enough sleep, and then things that do reduce stress, that also is going to help a lot with your recovery. And so when it comes to whether you're hitting a body part 1 time a week or you're hitting it more frequently throughout the week, if you're planning on hitting a certain body part 2 or 3 times, you need to take that into account and make sure that you aren't necessarily, and you can chip in on this, but I wouldn't necessarily go balls to the wall if you are going like 3 times a week. Say you're hitting legs 3 times a week, that it may not be the best idea to go hardcore leg session to where you can't walk and then you're just continually pounding your body. It is important to prioritize recovery outside of there as well.
100%. Just like Sammy said, like if you're going to do, let's say you are doing it 3 times a week, legs 3 times a week. I know a lot of trainers that tell girls that are getting into bikini competitions to do legs 3 times a week or glutes. If you're going to do that, make sure you're doing different exercises, different angles, different movements, stretching almost every single day. You know, like Sammy hits upper chest and then lower chest. I used to do the same thing. I used to do upper chest on Tuesdays, lower chest on Fridays. So my workouts are a lot shorter, but they emphasize different areas of that muscle. So my tip for you guys, stretch after every workout, drink a ton of water. You guys have to understand that your red blood cells, your muscles are full of water. If you're not staying hydrated, you're not going to recover. The nutrients aren't going to get in there to help you recover. So drink your BCAAs, drink your water, stretch, and absolutely kill your workouts.